Oh, yeah. With that, let's go. Climate change, baby.
It has begun.
Climate change.
No, wrong jingle.
Of time, man is yearned to destroy the sun. I will do the next best thing. Block it out.
Climate change. Climate change. Climate change.
Mass extinction.
Oh, man.
There's a little sprinkle of China in there, too. I don't know what's going on. World's falling apart.
Well, everything has a little sprinkle of China nowadays. But True. It's so nice hearing Greta's voice again. I miss Greta. All right, so a few things going on. I'm going to start out with this outlet called Grist. We have brought stories from Grist before, but it is not often. They're kind of
it's not Grist.
No, it's Grist.
Okay.
The headline is "Summer has transformed." You ready, Cons? Summer has transformed into, quote, danger season. Scientists warn. Sorry, kids. Summer is out. Summer is old news. It's now called danger season. I mean, if there is anything more apocalyptic than changing the name of summer to danger season, I could not.
I mean, the script writers are really just.
It's so good.
Making it scary on purpose.
Doing it. So let me tell you what's going on here. It reads like this. Summer has remained mostly the same for a millennium or more. Around the year 900, Old English speakers were already using the word sumor for the warmer months. Some say the word summer is probably close to the version heard 4,000 years ago, when people spoke the prehistoric Indo-European language, believed to be the ancestor to many languages spoken across Europe and India today. That has nothing to do with anything. It's just a beautiful flavor to start out the article, because next, but summer isn't what it used to be. Oh, you're telling me, Grist. Not a kid anymore, man. Summer is totally different. I got emus to take care of. I got to spritz them every morning, keep them cool. Summer isn't what it used to be. The season is getting so hot that it might be time for a new name. Danger season. The phrase, part of a new campaign by the Union of Concerned Scientists, refers to the period from May to October, marked by a drumbeat of disasters in the United States. During these months, people across the country still splash in pools and head to the beach, but increasingly, they also suffer through heat waves, flee from wildfires, breathe smoky air, and board up homes as hurricanes approach. Danger season, guys. Union of Concerned Scientists is a very fun name for an organization.
Yeah. You need problems for this organization to exist. If they run out of problems, then
it's got such an elementary vibe. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very simple, I don't know. There's something simple about it. We are scientists, and we are a bunch of them, and we are concerned.
We're concerned.
That is what our organization is all about. We should start the organization for, Union of Concerned Podcasters.
Yeah.
That's not hard. We could start at like a nonprofit.
Except we'll be more transparent. We'll be the Union of Anxiety-Ridden Podcasters.
No, God. Quote, climate change has pushed a lot of these types of events into a new realm that is much more dangerous, said Christy Dahl, a climate scientist at the Union of Concerned Scientists. Quote, so as we were thinking about this season, the Union of Concerned Scientists got together, and they were just sort of thinking about summer. They're just, what do you guys think about summer? And the quote continues, and how we're going to respond to it. The phrase danger season seemed appropriate.
What are you drinking, man? Christy Dahl? What? It sounds
danger
like she's
season, man.
Okay.
It makes so much sense.
All right.
Not very creative.
No,
but,
I'm not
that's
creative
not supposed
either,
to be.
but it's, I don't know. It just sounds like she's drinking too much and watching a movie or
there's
something.
more. Oh, you think they're drinking too much now? You hold on. Consider, for example,
Hold my beer.
That heat kills more people in the U.S. each year, on average, than any other kind of extreme weather, often in predictable ways. Every summer, older adults die in their homes without access to air conditioning, and young athletes die from heat stroke while practicing in searing temperatures. Quote, "These sorts of deaths are preventable," Dahl said. They are. Get air conditioning and don't practice in searing temperatures.
Drink water.
That would be my suggestion. But look, I'm not a concerned scientist. I'm a concerned podcaster. She hopes the framing of danger season can better help people grasp summer threats. Quote, "Because if you understand it, then you can start to do something about it." And this is what I love. Okay? This is scientists getting together and saying, you know what? People don't understand summer. They think they get it, but they don't understand summer. They think it's all popsicles and sitting by the pool, Cabana boy. But no, they don't know it's dangerous. So this language of framing of danger season, this is a linguistic and rhetorical method that they're using.
NLP. Neurolinguistic programming. Program the fear right into the masses by calling it danger season.
And we've seen it over and over and over the past couple years, especially. You know, they just take something normal and they rename it or redefine it or whatever it to suit this sort of alarmist thing. And they literally are admitting, we are trying to alarm you. That's not to say Dahl wants to replace the word summer or take away your ice cream cones or days at the beach. Quote, "You know, we struggled a bit with feeling like we're taking away the joy of summer." Oh, no kidding. No kidding, Christy Dahl. I'm glad you thought about that, but I love it because they're like, yeah, we struggled a little bit, but we decided we would completely take the fun out of summer because we're concerned scientists. It's possible that a cultural affection for hot weather might make people overlook the season's dangers. But for some, that sunny attitude is already changing. Where Dahl lives in California, as in much of the western U.S., summer means fires, smoke, and comes with an annual sense of dread. Okay, I'm just going to run through some of the summary details because I did some reading of analysis of the hottest.
Also, I'm getting a buzz that's getting louder. I don't know if it's coming from me or from you, but continue.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can't hear it, but I can do something about it. Oh, yeah, something funky is going on. Okay, I will attempt to do something about that in a second. So here's the thing. It has been a hot year. It's been a hot year. We can all admit that. However, as is common for all of these super scary climate change records being broken and set, it's always like, oh, it's the hottest time in California ever since 1946. Okay, well, so it was hotter in 1946? Yeah, a lot hotter, actually. Okay, so, but you're saying this is new and doesn't make any sense, and it's climate change, and we all need to ride bicycles instead of driving cars. Yes. Okay, what were they doing in 1946? That was normal. This one is different. Okay, if you say so. You're a concerned scientist. I must listen to you. Also, when it comes to fires, of course, fire season has always been a thing, especially on the West Coast. However, last year, which was like a record-breaking fire season, half of the fires were started by arsonists. They were remember the bear pee drinking shaman woman who set one of the biggest fires?
Yeah, they were wrapping all those barns in tinfoil.
Yeah, and you had the crazy guy what was it? Was it the Dixie fire was set by an arsonist? Like half of the fires were set by arsonists.
We were going to go on vacation, and our vacation spot burned down right before we went, remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I believe that one was an arson too.
Yep.
So, and it's been postulated and conspiracy theorized that, these are arsons. They're always like hippy dippy eco warriors setting these fires. That's just the facts.
Yeah.
But it's, the theory is, they're trying to create a disaster. So the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution.
Yes.
Anywho, so there's that. The new foreboding name for summer was coined by Erica Spanger-Siegfried. Thank you, Erica. An analyst at the Union of Concerned Scientists. The organization introduced the phrase in a pair of blog posts. And that's where I'm just going to stop on that paragraph, because this was just a blog post, which is awesome. We should start writing blog posts, and maybe we can start renaming things.
We'll write a blog post, and then we'll get a report on the blog post, and we will affect change in the world. This is how it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip a bunch. They kind of make a point about, it's summer and it's hot and it's really hot. And then there's a hurricane and that's scary. But then it's hot right after the hurricane. Yeah. And so people are trying to make their, rebuild their homes, and it's hot and they died.
Yeah. Well, it's scary, and, there's a concern to be had, obviously.
Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
Concerns
don't get me wrong.
They stack upon one another, especially if you're a baby. This is The Guardian. Key U.S. baby formula plant closes again as torrential storms cause flooding.
Danger season. That's right. This is the same
killing babies.
This is the same baby formula factory that was closed down because of poor health practices, corruption in the FDA, and ignorance by the Biden administration. They finally got it up and running again. And apparently there's a rainstorm and it flooded. And so, the Abbott Laboratories, the U.S.'s largest baby formula manufacturer, closed down production in its main plant in Sturgis, Michigan on Thursday because of flooding caused by torrential storm.
Kind of interesting that you get called out by the media for all the shenanigans going on in the background, and then a flood causes damage, and their official statement here talks about how they need to assess the damage caused by the storm and clean and re-sanitize the plant. So it's like, oh, okay. All right.
Oh, you want clean baby formula that doesn't kill babies?
You need like a biblical flood to reset the entire factory. That's what this is. But
I don't know. Pretty suspicious.
Very suspicious, but also the unspoken sort of theme here is it's not corruption that's preventing baby food being made and, getting proper baby food into babies' bellies. No, it's climate change.
Yeah.
So
it's not the 6 months that the Biden administration knew about it and ignored it.
Right.
And some might even postulate exacerbated the problem. No. It's rain. It's danger season, baby.
Danger season's killing babies now.
And we also, older adults without air conditioning, young adults playing sports, and a rainstorm at the baby factory. One other little climate change thing here is coming from Washington Post. EPA warns toxic forever chemicals more dangerous than once thought. They changed this headline, and that is not what it used to be, but you'll get the point here. Excuse me. The Environmental Protection Agency warned Wednesday that a group of human-made chemicals found in the drinking water, cosmetics, and food packaging used by millions of Americans poses a greater danger to human health than regulators previously thought, which is not. Let's keep going. The new health advisories for a ubiquitous class of compounds known as a bunch of big sciencey words, or PFAS, underscore the risk facing dozens of communities across the country, linked to infertility, thyroid problems, and several types of cancer. These forever chemicals can persist in the environment for years without breaking down.
Infertility, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, weird. It's like all the things.
It's like it's like they're trying to depopulate the world or something. But that's just crazy talk. I mean, it's just
talks about how the government does not regulate these chemicals. They've actually known about these chemicals for a long time, but the EPA has said that there are safe amounts of them, and it's totally fine. Everybody should be fine. Don't worry about it. And turns out, no, there is zero safe amount of these chemicals that can be taken in. Agency officials assessed two of the most common ones, PFOA and PFOS, in recent human health studies, and announced Wednesday that lifetime exposure, staggeringly low levels of 0.004 and zero point 0.02 parts per trillion, respectively. That's not per million or billion, which is usually how these measurements are. This is per trillion, and compromise the immune and cardiovascular systems.
Oh my gosh.
And are linked to decreased birth weights. I want to get to, it goes into more of those types of numbers. The long story short is that it's horrible and everybody's going to die of these. Oh man, they have changed this article since I first had it. To summarize for you folks, they did tests of 1,900 water supplies across the country and found every single one of these water supplies had unsafe levels of these forever chemicals that will never leave the water supply. And they kind of just stopped because they were like, oh, okay, it is just everywhere and there's nothing we can do about it. And we're just going to assume that it's in everybody else's water as well. And I'm scanning. I think they took that part out of the thing. That is crazy. Wow. Talk about alarmism. It's danger season, and they didn't want to scare people that these chemicals are in pretty much every water supply in the United States.
The EPA should stand for Evil Pagan Associates.
It sounds like a law firm. Have you been injured in a forever chemical attack? Well, call Evil Danger Associates, or whatever you said.
Pagan.
Many okay, so one of these communities was Oscoda, Michigan, for instance, have heeded warnings from state health officials and stopped drinking untreated well water and eating deer hunted near the now shuttered Wurtsmith Air Force Base. So they don't even eat the animals that are drinking the water. Wow. Because it's a forever chemical. Nothing breaks it down. So if a fish eats it, then you eat the fish, you get it. If a deer drinks it and you eat the deer, then you get it. It's really, really concerning.
You've pixelated to a freeze on the video, which is fun.
All right, I'll come back in a second.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a long story short. We're kind of we're moving along today, but just know that these chemicals are probably in your water, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, there are some filtration systems that can be used. However, they are astronomically expensive. To put one of these on one well is like $500,000.
Should have listened to Alex Jones 15 years ago.